How you doing, guys? I'm Simon.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn, also known as the Dragon.
The Dragon Lady. Guys, listen, today's video we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about?
Dragon eggs, Seer stones, River Stones, Ema Stones, whatever the heck they're called. There's a multitude of different names for these amazing stones.
All these different labels and things like that. Now, you know our story here, that we're actually more into the energy from the stones, what we get from them, what you may get from them. So we're using these names, these labels, just so you can sort of know what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
What do you reckon?
In this case, I'm going to call them Seer stones and river eggs, because that's what I've commonly called.
River eggs?
River eggs.
Dragon eggs?
Dragon eggs. I just hope they don't hatch.
Ema Stones?
Ema Stones. Now, these stones...
The actress.
Oh, Emma Stone, not the actress. Nothing to do with the actress Emma Stone, not at all. These actually, they're called...
What came first, the chicken or the egg? The Emma Stone or the devil's egg? Devil's egg.
Oh no, that's true.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, the reason why these stones are called, there's a multitude of different names, as I've just said, but the reason why they're commonly called Emma Stones is that a lot of them are found in the Ema River in southern Brazil. And they come out they're different to polished stones, because polished stones, obviously they put them into, where they tumble them into a huge big drum and they polish them up over a few hours, days, even weeks. But with these are naturally river stones. So they've actually naturally been tumbled along the river. And over time, over many years anyway, they probably start off looking like a big chunk of this. Like in this case, this is a big chunk of rose quartz. Naturally fall down. A whole lot of love in there, yeah. Naturally fall down off mountains, off everywhere, hills, fall down into this river, and then they go, obviously naturally get tumbled, and they end up looking like this here.
Only a lot bigger, like.
Only a lot bigger, yes. And obviously they get broken up into little pieces, and they get naturally round, and they have a frosty, obviously they look like when you go to the beach and you get beach pebbles and they're all round. They're like that, but these are naturally got a natural frosting around them, because, like I said, they haven't got naturally polished like you'd normally get. They're just sort of like a bit of a frosty, bumpy appearance, but that sort of adds to the character. And what they do is they shimmer off a part of the one side of the stone and polish it so you can see inside the stone, which is really nice, because you've got the natural frosty appearance and yet you've got the lovely smooth polished appearance on the one side, so they're lovely to look into and see. Now obviously the majority of them should come from the Ema River, and they should be completely natural, other than the fact they've been polished on the one side, obviously. But as like with a lot of crystals, they can come from the majority of places, can't they?
Any streams, really. Well, anywhere there's going to be quartz of any shape or form, and there's a stream going past, you know what I mean? And any piece is going to fall in there. Eventually, obviously depending on the stream and the current and the other stones in it, it's going to end up tumbled, as Lynn said there. So they can really be found anywhere. I think we found one even on a beach type thing. You know what I mean? It's different from beach pebble. It was actually a clear quartz, and it had actually tumbled around, and it was actually just like one of the,
nice and
the
frosty,
dragon eggs. So you can find them really anywhere. But you can also, and we're not 100% certain, but I would say the vast majority of them now are actually tumbled in the drums and things like that, just like a tumbled stone. Maybe they don't put them in for long enough, so they just take the initial.
So it just gives them a frostiness.
Often to give them that frosty appearance. But like as I said, again, imagine if a chunk like that, or an although that's been polished as clear quartz, if that was to fall into a stream and over a period of time, years, 100 years, who knows, and constantly gets tumbled and the edge is getting chipped and it's starting to go round and starting to become smoother. We think they're amazing. We think they are fantastic. Now, obviously, if they're a natural piece that's been tumbled in the stream or the river, and its own accord, we actually feel, well, that would be a better energy, I would say, than the one has been man-made, tumbled in the context. But nevertheless, that you can still use the ones that are made by man, because it's the energy of the quartz that can resonate. They have different properties too.
They do. Now they come in many different forms. forms, you only see the natural ones, especially ones from the Ema River, in quartz. Now you can get sort of seer stones that can be different types of minerals that again have been artificially frosted and then they've sliced it and polished. But the true ones come in only quartz. And like all quartz, you can get amethyst ones, you can get rose quartz, you can get smoky quartz. You can also get citrine, although it's a lot rarer. So if you see a citrine seer stone, the chances are it's been heat treated. And you've also got a bit more rarer natural aventurine here as well, lovely frosted and it's polished on the one side. Now, so what are the properties of them? Well, as we always say with every single crystal we talk about, it's purely individual what you get from these stones, not what the books say or what your friend says or what the crystal lady says. It's purely what you get. But basically, eye to eye, basically, whatever, for this case here, this is clear quartz I'm holding here, and I've got aventurine here, aventurine seer stones. So you're getting the qualities of what the crystal is. So in this case, aventurine, or in this case, amethyst. So you're getting the qualities of that stone and the added benefit of it being a seer stone as well. So obviously, in this case I've got a seer stone amethyst, you've got the benefits of amethyst, and the seer stone on top of it, well, that can be used for many different things. One of the best things is, obviously, if you're holding it in the hand, it's wonderful for stress relief. It's a wonderful stress stone. Holding it like that, the smoothness is wonderful. Squeezing all your stress, like a worry stone. Yeah, all your stress and your worries you can put into and give it a squeeze. Also, they're wonderful for meditation, either for holding in the hand, sitting there looking into it, because if you hold these, look straight into them like that, it's absolutely wonderful. You can use them for scrying, also for like focus as well. If you need some focus in your life, you can look into these stones and give yourself focus. Wonderful for calming as well, because the smoothness of them and looking into them just brings you wonderful, very grounding. That the original the original Ema stones are grounding as well, because they've got the earthy energy, not only from the earth but also the river. So they're wonderful. And also as well, you can lie down. They're lovely, cooling and refreshing. You lie down, put them onto the third eye, instantly relaxes you. And again, fantastic for meditation, sleeping under the pillow, carrying around on you, lovely around the home.
Win.
You can't, but they're a wonderful stone. And if you're purely not into the properties of them and you just think, I just like crystals to look at, they're beautifully decorative. Because you get them in all different types of quartz. Absolutely wonderful. Now this one here, because they have got lots of imperfections in them a lot of the time, when they're polished, the wonderful thing is you can hold them and look into them like that when you're scrying or focusing and just wanting to still the mind. You can see all the lovely, beautiful imperfections. A lot of the time they have beautiful rainbows in them as well, so it just makes you feel happy when you look at them. And also as well, the natural imperfections is what adds the character to everything. Now, our wonderful, wonderful friend here, Hope, a beautiful friend, she's a dear, dear friend to us, sent us a lovely gift of a beautiful seer stone, dragon egg. And it's an amethyst one, and it has a natural crack, natural imperfection going through it, and it's actually shaped like a peace sign. It actually looks like a CND peace sign. Absolutely wonderful. And she gifted it to us. So thank you so much, Hope.
Thank you so much, darling.
You're a dear, dear friend to us, and we really appreciate it. It's absolutely wonderful. And we've got it with our other ones here. So we've got a lovely collection of seer stones here. Absolutely. And I love holding this stone here, looking at it, and it just makes me feel so at peace because I've got the peace sign in it and all the lovely imperfections in it. It's beautiful.
And a gift of love from Hope as well, darling. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I think they are actually an amazing stone to sit and work with. And let's say it, even if you're not into the properties of crystals, and we're also always anxious about what we're putting out there, because everybody is different. Everybody's unique. Every amethyst is unique, same way you're unique, and we keep saying it again and again and again, that the properties of the crystals and the stones can only be used loosely. It's actually just giving you a bit of a gauge to go into. It's up to you to really sit with the stone and tune into it, tune into your higher self, tune into that
100%,
energy, and actually you'll become more aware of what a stone is. So if the book happens to tell you that an amethyst is going to do X, Y, and Z, and you happen to sit there and you pick up what your interpretation of a stone is, and that's what you run with. Don't be running with what the book says. Don't be trying to force your intuition into somebody else's intuition, because that's what all it is. This is just our interpretation of how we use these stones. But we think they're amazing. If you're not having to be into the properties, if you get a load of these seer stones, dragon's eggs, Sharon Stones, whatever you call them.
Ema Stones.
Ema Stones. Another
Not Sharon
actress.
Stone. Trust the typical man to think of Sharon Stone, yeah.
I'll tell you what, you see what I'm doing underneath this table, guys, crisscrossing the legs. But what we're going to do is if you get these here and you put them into a large bowl in the entrance hall or in your room when you're coming home, as soon as you open up your door and you've got a load of them sitting there, they just make you feel good. They'd be lovely in a bathroom. Just sitting somewhere is going to create a stimulation in the mind as well. So, and it's all healing in itself. So, guys, that's our wee interpretation. Like if you look at that, a natural piece of amethyst, so that's came off a much larger piece. You imagine this tumbled off, and as each time it tumbles, another piece has been broken off. So it gets you to appreciate
battered and bruised.
What, just like ourselves, like every one of us, we're all battered and bruised, we're all wounded healers.
True.
And this is why we feel that those stones is worth, and you can get them really anywhere. Does it matter if they come from the Ema River or they naturally tumbled or the man-made tumbled? We try to get you to actually go for what you feel with the stone. Do you know what I mean? And it's, I wouldn't rule out any stone at all now, especially with these here. If you're resonating with it, if it actually feels good, tumbled, man-made or not, if it resonates with you, buy it, use it, sit with it, hold it, look at it, and everything will fall into place. But we think they're wonderful.
They're lovely to gaze into because you could just spend hours looking. It's far more interesting than watching TV. You could just get totally lost. There's a whole new world going on in there, isn't there?
And this is where your imagination will be coming into it, because when you're actually scrying, now we're going to touch on a video because it's going to take too long for us to actually explain, tell you how to scry, but we are going to do a video on it. But basically you are immersing yourself in your power of intention. You'll be saying what you're going to be looking guidance on. And you're going to be looking, people use bowls of water, the candle, the crystal ball, these here Seer stones. And it's just a form of clearing your mind and losing yourself within the reflection and being aware if the images come out. Does the image come out in the stone or does the image come out within the mind? It doesn't really matter. The fact is that the image will come to you.
Good for sharpening the third eye.
But we'll do a different video.
Also, it's mentioned in the Bible, isn't it?
Well, is it the Bible or the Mormon Bible?
I'm not too sure.
Well, that's the same Bible,
I'm not
I
really into
suppose.
the historical side of it myself.
I think it's the Mormon Bible, the Seer stone. I can't remember the guy's name. Is that somebody Smith, John Smith, possibly, or
Joseph Smith? Is it not?
Who?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. There you go, Joseph Smith.
See.
He used it for scrying, apparently, and he was able to decipher parts of the Mormon Bible. Now I'm paraphrasing here, so if any of our friends here are Mormons, apologise. Religion is not our best thing.
No, definitely.
Christianity is never their best thing, but spirituality is. But basically he was scrying and he was able to decipher a lot of information that had come down till he placed it inside a hat. And the reason he put it inside the hat obviously is to shield any reflection from outside, so you're gazing into it. You could use a pool of water. So we'll put links down below if we happen to come across anything on that. But just basically, we think they're wonderful. Check them out. You'll find them in abundance.
They're a lovely addition to your collection, to your crystal collection, we think.
Definitely. Guys, listen, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. You could follow us here on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And thank you very much for all your lovely comments. And just keep us informed on what's happening in your lives, reference to crystals. And,
absolutely, yeah, we love hearing from you all.
We're loving it. And to say, Hope.
Thank you so much, Hope.
Thank you again, darling.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Really appreciative. Send you peace from Ireland, everybody. And know that we're sending you love and crystal blessings.
Absolutely. Send you loads and loads of love and happiness as always from Ireland. And until our next video, bye.
See you later, guys.